Welcome to the Athena Wellness Podcast, the show that invites you to take a seat around the community fire and listen to stories that inspire. I'm your host, Kathy Robinson, author, coach, and founder of Athena Wellness, a company that's dedicated to supporting you on your journey to live more wholeheartedly. Hello and welcome, friends. Thanks so much for joining me for this shortened Wellness Wednesday episode, a little midweek boost to help keep your warrior vibe high. Today's show is a Walking the Talk Vancast, a look behind the scenes into what I'm learning and working through, along with a takeaway for you. These portable episodes are informal and casual, recorded on the go from wherever I happen to be at the time. And today, I'm close to home on a beautiful October afternoon. It always fascinates me how the changing seasons naturally impact my routines. This time of year, I find my eating habits shift from lots of raw fruits and vegetables to warm grains and soups. My workouts change from lots of outdoor cardio to more functional weight workouts. And as the weather continues to get colder, my attention turns from outside adventures to inside projects. There's something about the late summer, early fall season that makes me want to reinvent myself to get an early start on the next calendar year. And this is a great time to revitalize your practices and use this season to experiment and plan for the upcoming year. An important component of reinvention is clarity. That is, holding a clear vision of who you're becoming and where you'd like to go. And I've found that the most effective way to gain this clarity is by defining, exploring, and working toward your future self, a powerful tool for envisioning the version of yourself you're striving to become. This approach has been so beneficial that I created a 4-part series on the subject. Throughout the month of October, here's what we'll be exploring together. Part 1. Today I'll provide an overview of what the future self is and how to work with it to create an inner vision of your next life chapter. Part 2. Next week, I'll share an exercise that will help you connect with your inner wisdom, the place in your heart that holds your deepest desires. Part 3 will include a future self visualization that I've used myself and with my clients and students to great effect. And Part 4, we'll talk about how to put all you've learned in the series into practice and begin emulating your future self. So what is the future self and how is it a useful tool for self-reinvention? Your present self is who you are today, and it's impacted by expectations, impulses, responsibilities, and schedules. The future self is a hypothetical version of yourself, comprised of your ideas on who you aspire and strive to become. The future self is about what's possible. It's about what you can achieve. And it could be anything you want it to be. For example, you can use it to become more loving, successful, healthy, creative, or fulfilled. This type of self-reflection is a conduit into your innermost thoughts. It's a tool for personal growth and positive change. Your future self is your true north. It's where you want to head directionally, and it can help you craft the life of your dreams in several ways. 1. It can help you clarify who you want to become. When you work with the concept of your future self, you're faced with how you're living your current life in order to decide what you truly desire for the rest of your life. What kind of person do you want to be? What do you want to accomplish? And what can you do to leave this world with no regrets? 2. It can help you stay motivated. It can be helpful to reference your future self in times when you're feeling discouraged, unsure, or lost. How might your future self handle a particular situation? Thinking about your future self can help you stay focused and moving forward. And 3, it can help you make better decisions. When faced with a difficult decision, you can analyze it from your future self's perspective. This approach automatically aligns you with your values and long-term life path. And now, your takeaways. As I mentioned, I'll be leading you through a number of practical ways to work with your future self, but I'd like to leave you today with an exercise and a few questions to consider until the next installment of the series. First, the exercise. Way back in episode 4 of the Athena Wellness podcast, I shared a process I went through where I wrote a letter to my future self. In that episode, I also shared how you can write one yourself, and I'll put a link to that short episode if you're interested in giving it a try. Now to the questions. I suggest setting aside about 15 minutes to close your eyes and simply imagine yourself at a future time in your life. Perhaps it's 5 or 10 years into the future. I seem to pick 20 years when I do this exercise to give me the most room for unexpected possibilities and insights to show up. Once you have a sense of the time frame, what do you notice? What do you look like? What are you doing? Where are you? Who are you with? What are you feeling? Take some time to note the specific details that are impactful or surprising for you. Those are 2 suggestions to get you started. We'll be going deeper with visualization in coming episodes, so I'd like to say a few words on visualizing. Some people love visualization as a technique, and others get discouraged by it because they think they're not doing it right or they're unable to imagine easily. I suggest keeping it simple. It's really no different than planning a vacation. You imagine certain things as you plan, like your destination, the places you'll visit, what you'll wear, places you'll dine, and maybe some activities that you'd like to try. Visualizing your future self is a lot like that. It's getting a sense of where you'd like to go, making plans to get there, and enjoying the journey along the way. The future self is a powerful tool for realizing your dreams. By taking the time to work in alignment with your future self, you can gain clarity on your life direction and then create a life roadmap by envisioning an end result that's motivating in areas such as relationships, work, health, wellness, finances, growth, learning, spirituality, creativity, community, and contribution. Creating a strong relationship with your future self is a profound practice with transformative qualities, and it will ensure you're living your life by design and not by default. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know there are many ways you can spend your time. Thank you for choosing to spend it with me. Until our paths cross again, be kind to yourself and show your warrior spirit some love. If you know anyone who could benefit from today's episode, please pass it on. And many thanks for supporting the show by subscribing and leaving a review. It means a lot, and it helps others find their way to our circle. If you'd like to access the show notes, have a question you'd like addressed on a future episode, or would like a transcript of this episode, visit www.athenawellness.com/podcast. Until next time, be well.